Abused or neglected children in our foster care system often feel like they have no say in their future, and part of the reason is because there just are not enough advocates working on their behalf.
A Valley woman, though, hopes her story inspires you to become one.
Kick it off this 2 o'clock hour for us with Diane Young. How's it going, everybody? I'm Danny Cutler.
Inside her Gilbert home, Danny Cutler rocks the Valley's airwaves.
93.9 FM, KWSS, The Alternative. That was Big Head Todd and the Monsters with Superman.
But not all listeners know the power of her voice as a court-appointed special advocate or CASA volunteer.
I do it because there's a need.
The person, a little Valley girl taken from her home because of abuse or neglect, can rely on.
These kids in the system that are hurting and alone.
Cutler's passion is personal. She was once a foster kid as well, removed from her home as a teen because of abuse.
Nobody knows how to act. These kids are taken from their homes. I was taken from my home. Even at 17, it's still a big deal. The kids don't know who to trust.
She was one of the lucky ones taken in by a friend's family after just 6 months in the system.
Back in 2010, 2011, it just clicked. I knew that was how I was going to pay it forward because it was something that lacked in me, and knowing how lucky I was and how quickly I was able to move in with a foster family, I was like, I can help these kids.
And she has, as a CASA for 3 kids so far.
You have to write court reports. You have to meet with all the people involved with the case. The reason we're court appointed is so that we have access to everything in that child's case, from their school records to therapy sessions. We can properly advocate for what we think is best.
A commitment of 10 to 15 hours a month. Cutler says foster kids with a CASA are more confident with a constant positive role model.
They know they have a future. When I was in the system, I was afraid to think about the future. I didn't know what was going to happen. Who knew? Who knew? And all of these kids are feeling that, and so they don't like to dream.
With more than 90% of kids in foster care without a CASA,
now is the time.
The DJ says it's time for you to get involved.
You were in a commercial-free block of music.
And your heart, too, will sing.
If you just have this passion for helping these kids and changing their futures, that's all you need.
All right, so how can you help? Well, CBS 5 Pay It Forward and the Arizona Lottery, we're joining forces to help these at-risk kids. Tomorrow, we will broadcast a special telethon that you can take part in. It's all to promote CASA, otherwise known as these court-appointed special advocates. Now, this organization trains those volunteers to help abused or neglected foster kids. There's a huge shortage of volunteers right now. So you can learn more about the critical need and more about this organization simply by calling us tomorrow between noon and 8 p.m. or by going to our website right now, azfamily.com/donate.